We're losing the patient.
Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeeece, Theatre 8.
There's a lot of internal bleeding.
Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeeece, Theatre 8.
Administering anaesthetic. The patient's doomed. Unless...
Let surgery commence. Screw me, girls. Dark Smile Productions presents Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeece's Theatre of Horror. Nurse Midia. Music, if you please.
Yes, Doctor. Right away, Doctor.
Right now, you need to know 3 things. Firstly, you've just had an horrible accident. Secondly, you are now in the capable hands of one Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeeece. And thirdly, in some circumstances, when an anaesthetic is administered, it leaves the patient immobilized, but consciously aware of their surroundings and the goings-on around them. And it is in these circumstances that I do some of my best work, isn't it, girls? You might hear a slight rustling to your right ear. That is to distract you from what I'm doing to your left. Good. Not a flicker. Not a hint that you're not away with the furries. But I know better. Nurse Static.
Yes, Doctor.
A scalpel, if you please. Not sharp enough, I fear. Ooh. Much better. What was that? Oh, yes. I know what you're thinking. And this is going to hurt you more than it'll hurt me. Making the first incision. Oh, nervous, aren't you? I'll tell you what. Seeing as I'm not a complete monster, I will regale you with 3 stories of the macabre. Tales to distract your mind, curdle your blood, and to chill your bone marrow. Our first tale involves Dave and Jeff, 2 morticians who have a singular talent for finding themselves in mischief. A hospital morgue is one of those places that lends itself to trouble. It is in many ways like a miniature store attached to a major brand supermarket. It's convenient, and you can get many things that are straight off the shelf. If, however, you want some fresh meat, you might have to go looking elsewhere. But where else in a hospital could you possibly go? All these questions might be answered as Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeece's Theatre of Horror presents Dave and Jeff versus the maniacal cannibal orderlies on the missing floor.
Charge again. Clear.
He's gone, Kevin. There's nothing more we can do.
God damn it.
Careful.
Why do all the bad things happen to me?
Time of death, 22:48.
I don't understand what's happened.
Did you nick the artery?
No, I didn't nick the artery.
Oh, you can't start laying blame, Kevin.
What do you know, Jerry? You're just an anaesthetist.
Well, more than you, it seems. He's your 3rd corpse this week.
Shut up. Get an orderly and take him down to the morgue, will you? I've got to tell a woman her husband's dead.
Yes.
What?
Look what I've just found.
What?
Tracker shoes.
What?
Dave, will you stop saying what? It's like talking to my gran without her hearing aiding.
I will, as soon as you tell me why you're so excited.
Tracker shoes. The ones with a compass in the soles. I found them in the unclaimed property box while I was looking for a present for my Auntie Jean.
Jeff, you seriously going to give your Auntie Jean a pair of shoes that came from the feet of a John Doe?
It depends. Well, hey, they fit. How lucky is that?
Lucky for your Auntie Jean, maybe.
Never mind, I'll get her some chocolates.
Maybe not that lucky then, given her diabetes and all.
I haven't had a pair of trackers since I was a kid. My dad gave them to me on my 8th birthday. They were great. I could tell which way was north and everything.
Only thing my old man ever gave me was that limited edition St Elmo's Fire Zippo lighter. When I say gave, I mean he bought it for himself and I half-inched it. Always carry it with me. Bastard keeps trying to nick it back. Yellow, Morg.
There's a body for you in the lift.
Oh, to think it's not my birthday for another month.
Huh?
Don't strain your meagre IQ, Sloth. Send it down.
My IQ?
The body. Honestly, what kind of entry criteria must you have to be an orderly? Do you know the difference between push and pull? Check. Can you boil water under supervision? Check. Do you have an unnatural attraction to your mother? Check. Congratulations, you're in.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Harsh, but no less accurate. Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, not again.
Yes. Scissors cut paper. Face it, you're just one of life's losers. Lift's here. Go on, off you pop.
Okay. Smug git. Acting all high and mighty just because your dad never gave you a hug.
I heard that.
Here's your body.
What do you want, applause? Go and make me a brew. Milk and 2. Chop chop.
Bloody slave driver.
Jeff?
Yeah?
What was this guy being treated for?
His chart says pulmonary embolism.
Nothing that would result in the loss of a leg then?
You are? Oh.
Oh, is that all you can say?
Are you sure he had it when he came in?
By the torn bloodied flesh just below the knee, I'd hazard a guess that he at least had it recently.
Blimey, calm down. You always get like this when we lose a limb.
But it's not us losing them, is it, Jeffrey? It's those bloody orderlies.
You can't prove that, Dave.
3 times this week we've been sent bodies with bits missing.
Where are you going?
I'm going up there and getting this guy's leg back. There are certain things a man should be willing to take lying down, and abuse from orderlies isn't one of them.
I better come with you.
I don't need you to hold me hand.
I know. I'm going to watch you back.
I didn't know you cared so much for my well-being.
I don't. I want to avoid the extra workload I'll have after you piss them off and they throw you out the window.
Oh, what the bloody hell's going on now?
The lift stopped.
Thanks, Einstein. Good thing you're here to point out the bleeding obvious.
Press the emergency intercom.
What would I do without you?
This facetious attitude doesn't help.
It helps me.
Yeah?
Hey, the lift's stuck.
Okay. What?
Me again, in the lift.
It's stuck.
I'd noticed. Is there any chance of getting us out any time soon? Or are you going to leave it till people start complaining about the smell coming from our rotting corpses, and the only thing left of us when you finally crack this thing open is our maggot-infested carcasses and Jeff's tracker shoes?
Are they the ones with the compass in the soul?
Yeah, they are.
Just get us out.
Okay.
You okay, Dave?
Are the walls moving?
No, the walls. They don't move. Otherwise the ceiling would fall in.
Look, the walls. Closing. Got to get out. Got to get out.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
Come on. What are you waiting for?
How'd you open the door with your bare hands like that?
I get a little claustrophobic sometimes. No biggie.
Yes, Biggie. It was like watching The Incredible Hulk, only less green. What floor are we on?
Never mind that. Why are the lights out? How are staff supposed to take care of the sick in the dark?
Perhaps it's an initiative to make us eat more carrots.
I know we've had budget cuts, but this is ridiculous. If I'd realised it was this bad, I'd have put a couple of quid in the canteen charity box, or driven to B&Q for a spare light bulb. I'm not a total monster.
What was that?
I said I'm not a monster.
No, that.
It's coming from the lift.
Hi, sorry. Did I scare you guys?
Us? Scared? As if.
No, we were just clearing our throats in a screaming kind of way.
Who were you, anyway?
The name's Guy. Security.
Your name's Guy Security?
Bob's on security.
Bob works the night shift, sir. I'm on day. I was on the roof, taking in the city and generally kicking back on my evening off, when your call came over the radio. So I climbed down the lift shaft to see if I could help.
Can you get the lift working?
I'm afraid not.
And you can't help.
Don't lose heart yet, sir. Do you know what floor we're on?
No, the lights are out.
It's not a problem, sir. We can simply head for the East Wing stairwell.
Look, Guy, I'm sure your well-oiled machismo goes down a storm at the gym, but it pulls no weight with us.
I have a torch.
Lead the way.
I don't like this.
Really? I'm having a whale of a time. In fact, I was just thinking what a shame it was we don't have 2 sleeping bags. We could have made a campfire, toasted marshmallows. Some come by our...
You're not serious.
Not overly.
Ignore him, Guy. Dave has a tendency to fall back on sarcasm as a defence mechanism.
No, my defence mechanism's a baseball bat under my bed. Unfortunately, I'm a mile from my bed, wandering around in the dark with Fred and Shaggy.
Am I Fred?
My name's Guy, sir.
Stop calling me sir, I'm not your parole officer.
Listen. Do you smell something?
Before you ask, wasn't me.
It smells like old dog food.
It's coming from this room.
Shine the light in there.
Is that blood?
A lot of it.
Dave, I think I've just found that missing leg.
What? They're bite marks.
Human bite marks?
I bet it's those bloody Orderlies. They've been using our corpses as a bloody buffet. I'm serious, Jeff.
I know. I wasn't laughing.
Guy?
Wasn't me either, sir.
Then who?
Where's it coming from?
Over there. Shine your torch on it.
Where? I can't see where you're pointing.
Get left your pillow. Do you see it?
Hey, come back.
Hold on, where do you think you're going?
After the laughing man, we could catch him.
You want to take our only torch and run off after a complete stranger on an unlit, unpopulated floor of the hospital, which stinks of decayed flesh and is splattered in blood? Are you defective?
Excuse me, sir, but you're out of order. Firstly, I came down here to help you. Secondly, it's my torch. And thirdly, I want to know what the heck is going on here, and that guy might know.
Dave's right, Guy. You can't leave us alone in the dark.
But don't you want answers?
I want to get out of here.
Come on then.
Me too. I don't want to die here. I'm young. I need to feel the grass between my feet and the sun on my face.
It's the middle of the night.
I was being figurative. You can't expect me to think straight under this stress. My phobias are going crazy.
What phobias?
You know, the usual. Fear of the dark, spiders, dying, obviously, lint, belly buttons. Those two kind of go hand in hand. Tic-tacs, ant without deck.
Okay, I was expressing mild curiosity. I didn't want your life story.
You can stop worrying now, sirs. We're almost there.
Where?
The East Wing stairwell is just round this corner.
What the bloody hell are they?
They are what we're running from. Leg it!
Oh, good God. Dave, where are you?
Here.
Oh, bloody hell. You're trying to give me a heart attack.
Tempting. Can I take a rain check?
What were they?
They look like the Orderlies.
Dave.
They did. They look like the bloody Orderlies.
Sodding hell. The way they dragged Guy away like that. Andy's a big bloke.
Was a big bloke.
Don't talk like that. He may have survived.
I think I saw one of them waving his disembodied leg about. So he'll be shorter than he was either way.
Do you know where we are?
Not specifically, no. Doesn't help that Guy had the torch.
Which way to the stairwell?
East. Take off your shoe.
Are you kidding? I'm not putting my foot on the floor with only a sock to protect me from whatever blood, goo and other horrible things are underfoot.
Suck it up, you wuss. Come here.
What are you... Get off!
We need to know which way to go, which means we need your shoe. Honestly, what's the point of having a compass in your soul if you won't use it?
It's there for aesthetic purposes. Oh, I hope you're happy.
Immensely.
What do we do now? It's too dark to see where the compass is pointing.
Tell me where the future's lying.
St. Elmo's fire.
That way.
Ow! Shh! I've just stubbed my bloody toe.
Tough. Keep it down, or your wimpy yelps are going to let the Orderlies know where we are.
Don't start getting all uppity with me, David Ash. This is all your fault. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have got in the lift. Wouldn't have got off on this floor. I wouldn't have weird sticky gloops seeping through my sock. And I wouldn't have banged my toe on some metal thing I can't even see.
Metal? Looks like a gas canister. There's loads of them.
Dave, do you get the feeling we're not alone?
Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to the 666th floor.
Isn't that the 7th floor?
I know you. You're Jerry, what's his face? The anaesthetist.
That I am. Although you may call me Your Highness.
Not bloody likely.
How does an anaesthetist end up with his own floor of the hospital?
My great-grandfather was architect of this hospital, and my family have kept its dark secrets safe ever since.
Shame we turned up to ruin your party then.
On the contrary, you're the guests of honor.
Cool. Is the cake?
Do you think your being here is an accident? I engineered it. My beloved orderlies have been helping themselves to snacks, limbs from the bodies of patients who died as a result of the operations I assisted on. Being the gullible fools you are, it was only a matter of time before you came looking for answers. Now you're here. The feast can begin.
I wouldn't get too smug, matey, spouting the details of your little plan and sitting on that rather fetching throne of bones. Because there's one thing you forgot.
And what would that be?
I'm holding a tracker shoe. Run, Jeff.
You threw my shoe at him.
So?
It was my shoe.
Just run.
Hang on.
Get them! Stop messing about with those canisters and move it. Now!
Right. I'm done.
There's the stairwell.
Great. Give me a zip on.
What?
Quickly. Get ready to shut the door. Shut it.
I can't believe you threw my lighter.
I can't believe you threw my shoe.
You were wearing a dead man's shoes. My Zippo was an irreplaceable family heirloom.
It was stolen booty and you know it.
Good plan, though.
Thanks. Do you think they're dead?
Dunno. Can you hear anything?
Oh, sorry, sirs. I seem to be making an habit of scaring you.
Guy, how did you survive?
While you distracted the orderlies by running away, I managed to beat them off with my leg.
And the explosion?
I used an old blanket I found to cover myself from the blast. Here, you drop these.
My shoe.
My Zippo. Oh, thanks, Guy. You're all right.
Well, thank you, sir. It's nice of you to say.
Come on. We better get you down the A&E.
Actually, I'd rather grab a bite to eat. Does anyone fancy barbecue?
I love hospitals. That smell of disinfectant that covers up the odours of hope and fear. Death stalks these corridors. Often we battle it out on my operating slab, a game of wits to see if the patient lives or dies. On Sundays, we play a round of golf. Dev seems to be slicing it too much off the tee of late, and then we laugh about the week's events over an orange cordial. Ah, yes. Hospitals. Being my home for many a year, being surrounded by horrific injuries and stomach-turning diseases does wonders for your morale and your sanity. If I wasn't up to my elbows in other people's internal organs every day, I don't think I'd have a sense of humour. There is nothing as stress-busting as juggling somebody's kidneys. Self-harmers might not cut themselves so much if we occasionally let them slice a scalpel into someone else's soft, warm flesh. Self-help through surgery. You never know. We might even let the chronically bipolar use a chainsaw. Our next tale concerns a case of burglary. A professional cat burglar is in many ways like a surgeon. They have to be still and precise. They must not shake or waver. Cracking a safe is much like replacing a heart. And both a burglar and a surgeon must always, and I do mean always, keep their hands clean. Unfortunately, the chavtastic Wayne, the subject of our next little tale, is far from a career criminal. When breaking and entering, always make sure you know what you're entering into. Without any further ado, I give you Hood Rats.
Pom 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 pom. Ah, yes. Don't write them like that anymore. What's that?
Shit.
Oh, how tiresome.
Where's the pig and light switch?
Be careful what you wish for, young fellow.
See out in here. Ah!
Oh, dear me.
Which effing knobhead left that there?
Well, pardon me for not laying the property out to your convenience. Youth of today, no moral fibre whatsoever. Never have been allowed in my young day. Eh, boys? Should never have done away with national service. That's what I say. Discipline. Yes. Now, settle down there. Raised you better than that, surely. What do you mean you've heard it before? You most certainly have not. Don't give me that look. Don't you be casting aspersions upon my veracity, young fellow, me lad. When I was your age, we understood discipline.
Freaking light switch of...
Dear, oh dear. Tempted to call out to him just to put him out of my misery.
There, for that.
Here we go. Away. Shh, now.
Yell's that?
No moral fibre whatsoever.
Fuck.
Your vocabulary is somewhat limited, young fellow, and if that's your command of the English language, there can be little hope in regard of the others. Small Latin and less Greek, indeed. The dearth of classical education in modern schooling is roundly to be deplored.
What?
Quod erat demonstrandum.
Don't get funny with me, Grandad, or else...
All right.
Stick this screwdriver right through your frigging face.
All right, please. Be careful where you're pointing that.
Shit.
Do calm yourself, young fellow. You'll only do yourself a mischief, what?
Chuffing hell's that thing in the kitchen?
Young man, some rules of common courtesy surely apply here. I will not be addressed in such a manner under my own roof.
Oh! Told you, didn't I? Shit.
Calm yourself, please. It's all right.
Fine.
I wasn't talking to you. Why don't you take a seat?
Don't try telling me what to do. I'm in charge here.
Oh dear, I fear prefrontal lobotomy could only enhance your gifts. Suit yourself. Care for a snifter?
Eh?
How do you prefer your whiskey? Neat or a splash of soda?
Whatever.
Neat, then. Here, partake.
Pig in what?
I can see I shall have to take your diction in hand.
My what in your hand? You effing try it, Grandad. No pedos going up my chocky starfish.
All right. Would you mind taking that thing away from my throat?
Gonna behave yourself if I do.
What do you expect me to do? Attack you with my dentures?
Don't get funny with me.
I won't.
No more talking about fiddling with me nudges.
I wasn't.
All right, Grandad.
All right. Rest assured, dear boy, that even if I were inclined to pederasty, you would not be a temptation to me.
What did I say about no funny business?
I remember. There's nothing wrong with my attention span.
You're a cheeky old git, aren't you?
Do you expect me to be terrified of you? I fought in the war, you know. So far worse than you. I certainly didn't survive the worst Rommel and Goering could throw at me to be intimidated by a hoot rat, wielding a household implement.
Rommel and who?
Did you never study history?
No. Bore me shitless. Had to be caned through my head to get through him.
Caned? Yes. Might have done some good. 6 of the best. Never did me any harm. Now, name?
What?
Your name. What you were christened by your doubtless disappointed parents.
Wayne.
It could have been worse. My name is Mr. Ponsenby. So, Wayne, we appear to have something of a problem.
We do.
Yes? You may have noticed that you are in my private abode. In case your attention span is even more lamentably deficient than it appears, a private abode you gained entry to by nefarious means.
You what?
You have broken into my house, Wayne.
Lights were off.
Yes, and...
So I thought no one was in.
I see. So I have brought this unwelcome intrusion on myself by failing to provide sufficiently for my old age. I do my best to conserve electricity. For my generation, thrift was considered a virtue. One doesn't need lighting to listen to the wireless.
Fuck's that?
Calm yourself, dear boy. Francis, be silent. I remember when this street was a pleasant place to live, a good neighbourhood. Sadly, I lacked the means to relocate when that changed. You see before you a man who fell upon hard times. I was once a surgeon. You would think that would ensure a comfortable retirement, but I did not invest wisely.
So you're not wadded then?
No.
Bollocks.
You really will have to learn to curb your language, young man, if we're to get on. Nonetheless, I see glimmers of potential.
You do?
One has to look hard. No generation is equal to the one going before it. Even my own son.
You got a son?
Had.
He's dead?
You deduce correctly. My only child. Conceived on home leave. My dear wife did not survive the war. A doodlebug. David, nonetheless, showed promise.
What happened?
An accident. As absurd as it was tragic. He tripped on a shoelace and broke his neck. Comedy and tragedy are separated only by a hair's breadth, I fear.
So?
I suspect your sympathy is not entirely sincere, but nonetheless, it is appreciated. Nothing even I could do. And I had skill. One learns to improvise in the desert.
What desert?
North Africa. In the war. I often had to operate under conditions far from ideal. Once performed a double amputation armed only with a bayonet and a sharpened mess tin. No anaesthetics either. Could have done with a shot of morphine myself after that one.
Right.
Life is full of injustices. My son, a good lad, a good brain. He understood discipline, duty, respect. Why should he be dead while repulsive little toads like you contaminate the earth? Ow!
You, Grandad, watch your friggin' lip.
I suggest you keep your hands off me, Wayne. And furthermore, I suggest you stop pointing that damned implement at me.
Yeah? What you gonna do?
I really don't think you want to know the answer to that question.
What are they? What's making the noises?
If you never left this house again, would the world have lost a future winner of the Nobel Prize? A discoverer of the cure for cancer? Or HIV? I somehow suspect not.
You trying to threaten me, Grandad?
Not at all, dear boy. Merely making an observation.
Well, time for the drink. I'm just going to go now, okay?
I think not.
Look, Grandad, I'm sorry I broke into your house. I don't want to hurt you,
Which
but...
is certainly an improvement on my last uninvited house guest. I believe he threatened to, what was his phrase? Decapitate me and then use my esophagus as a latrine. I paraphrase, of course. His vocabulary was even more deficient than your own.
Yeah, last one.
Yes? He never left either.
Look, Grandad, I'm leaving and you're not stopping me.
Oh, heavens, no. I wouldn't dream of it.
Right then, I'm off.
I beg to differ.
What are you going to do?
Oh, Francis.
Jesus.
Thomas.
What the fuck are they?
All in good time, dear boy. And please, do strive to moderate your language, lest I be forced to do it for you. Sit down, Wayne.
What do you want?
Your screwdriver.
What about it?
So clumsy and imprecise. These are the instruments of a master. Finest steel. Stainless. Bone-handled. Perfectly balanced.
You stay away.
Believe it or not, my boy, my intentions are benevolent. You see, for all that I inveigh against your generation, I'm bound to concede you're not wholly responsible for your condition. One cannot discount the social causes. Thatcherism, most notably. Nearly 2 decades of the country being run by a demented ink monitor and her disciples. Mass unemployment. The promotion of a culture of naked selfishness at its most disgusting. None of this is your fault. You simply weren't strong enough to rise above it.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this country being turned into a bestiary, Wayne. That's what I mean. Humanity must perforce prey upon itself like monsters of the deep.
What?
Shakespeare, you young fool. To think that specimens such as yourself are all that is left to be worked with. Well, be that as it may, this is England now. Not as we would wish, but as it is. To survive, one must be ruthless, without pity. You and those like you are ideally suited. I merely wish to help you be better adapted for your environment.
How are you going to do that?
Well, a little schooling will certainly be in order. Then, when you come to dominate the wastelands that Britain will become, you will be able to rebuild, to instill order and morality. At last, hopefully the feral instincts can then be bred out, and we may see a better world.
I don't understand what you're on about.
All in good time, dear boy. Francis.
Oh, God, no.
Calm yourself, Wayne. He won't bite, unless I tell him to. Francis, Francis, come out, wherever you are. Let Wayne see you.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't let it near me.
Hoodrats, that was the term I used. As you can see, in Francis's case, that's become a much more accurate description than before. Rats are great survivors, as I'm sure you know.
What is it?
My last house guest. Francis, if you recall, was the one who wanted to use my neck stump as a toilet. I'm glad to say he's far better behaved now, and a very good student. He can recite Homer's Iliad in the original Attic Greek. Well, he could if he still had a tongue.
What?
A fit of pique on my part, I'm afraid. His language was so foul that I decided a tongue would be more trouble than it was worth. Still, he is literate. He can write very well, after a fashion.
With those?
Ah, yes, the talons. Rather proud of them, I must say. Modifications to the existing fingernails. Injections of keratin to harden them up. And the teeth are the fruit of extensive filing. Is he not a perfect physical specimen?
What?
Why, of the new breed. Nature red in tooth and claw, indeed. You've met Thomas, of course, in the kitchen. Not as a great success, but one has to start somewhere. I refined my technique as I went along. There were others, of course. Justin and Matthew. They're in the cellar, having a nap. You can meet them later.
You did this?
I told you. Improvisation under less than ideal circumstances is a strength of mine.
Keep back, I've got a screwdriver. Shit!
You're in reasonable shape. I'm sure you'll be my best yet.
You're not doing that to me.
Well, you do have options, Wayne. Ensuring their welfare is something of a strain on my purse. My insufficient pension and all. So, if you'd rather not join my little family, you can always feed it instead. Would you care for another whiskey while you make up your mind?
Body modification is something that is right up my alley. Well, not my alley, more my backstreet surgery. But I feel the work Mr Ponsenby has done is, amateurish. I have the talent and the tools to take it much further. An afternoon surgery with me, and you could be the proud owner of a pair of bat's wings, elephant's tusks coming from your kneecaps, 6 pairs of legs, and a dormouse for an ear. I'd like to stitch an octopus's beak to your elbow just for fun. And then there's applied brain surgery. I could give you the wit of a weasel, no questions asked. Slip me some greenbacks under the table, and I'll give you the courage of a lion. Fly, my pretty ones, fly. I could stitch the soul and spirit of Mahatma Gandhi to your left testicle, even if you never had a testicle when you came here in the first place. Now that is body modification. Our final tale concerns a young man called Lung, who after a lifetime of living with an extraordinarily large stomach in this image-conscious and body-fascist world, decides to seek medical consultation on the removal of this unsightly belly bulge. However, tales of the obese often end up morbid. Prepare yourself for my 2 lungs.
It was just after my 22nd birthday that I began persuading myself to have the surgery. It's a decision I'll never forget.
Oh my God, what's that?
But that's not where it all started. It was much further back than that.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Lang. It's a boy.
He's got 2 winkles.
Oh no, that's just the umbilical cord.
Not that. That.
Oh yes. Well, probably nothing to worry about. Probably just a postnatal swelling. I'm sure it'll go down in its own time.
And it did. At least it appeared to do. But always there was a bulge, which over the years grew bigger. No diet would get rid of it. And finally, there was only one place to go.
Mr. Long, please sit down.
I am.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Did you find something?
Yes, there's a growth. We need to do some exploratory surgery and investigate. Please don't worry at this stage. 9 times out of 10, these lumps turn out to be totally benign.
How many times have you done this?
You'll be my 10th patient this month. The others came out completely clear.
And so they went in. And you know how that ended. After the surgery, I could see the fear in the doctor's eyes. He explained there was a lump, but he said they couldn't operate for fear of damaging me. Then he said what the lump was. When I look back now, it's hard to believe just what I had to go through to be normal.
So it went okay then?
Oh, fine. You know.
And they didn't find anything sinister?
Well, not how you mean, no.
So you coming out Friday?
But I'm not gay.
The pub, you muppet.
I'm supposed to rest, you know.
Okay.
But I'll be there if I'm feeling up to it. In a securely heterosexual way.
Good. Do you want any help with anything?
Well...
Yeah?
No, don't worry. It's just the fancies of having a nurse ask me if I...
Doctor, not nurse. Well, I will be one day, if Dr. Edwards gets off my case.
You're holding that wrong. Are you trying to kill the patient, Chrissy? Are you sure a career in catering might not be better for you, seeing as you make a meal out of everything? Patronising rectum.
What?
Oh, sorry. I have to use medical terms all day. And I've got to go. Tons of homework.
I'll see you out. Oh.
No, don't get up. Just concentrate on getting better. And try and get over that nurse fantasy.
I'll try my hardest.
I'll see you soon. Glad you finally went through with it.
Yeah.
Remember, doctors are much sexier.
I wish you wouldn't do that to me. No, I don't. But how the hell am I supposed to explain you?
Just call me your little brother.
What the hell?
Warm in here.
No, you're not real. It's just post-surgery trauma.
You keep me warm.
Where's that phone? Testes! Now I'm doing it. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on.
Hello, NHS Direct.
Hello? I just had an operation and there's something wrong.
Well, would you recommend you see your GP?
My bandages are talking to me.
Okay. Any other symptoms?
Yeah, it's really itchy.
Then scratch. Make you feel better.
There it is again. It's not the bandage, it's my conjoined twin. I didn't even know about him until recently, and now he's talking.
As I say, we do recommend you see your GP. They should be able to refer you to a therapist. Good day.
You can't just...
Just relax.
Stop talking to me.
All your life you felt lonely, right? Now we've got each other.
You haven't got each other. You're going. I'm having you cut out.
Don't be like that, little brother. We're joined at the hip.
No, we're joined at the abdomen. Well, you're sticking out of mine.
Take the bandages off.
No, I've got to keep them on for 2 weeks at least.
Take them off.
No.
It's all healed. I've been licking the wounds.
This is not... Hey, what am I doing?
You'll feel better.
Why am I taking off like...
Just keep calm, little brother.
What are you?
Perfection.
What were you doing in there all these years?
Just keeping warm, little brother. Just keeping warm.
Stop calling me that. I'm not your brother. And if anyone's little, it's you. You're just a head with tiny little arms.
But I was here first and then you started taking over.
What's your name?
I call myself Barker.
That's a strange name.
Oh, and like Lung is normal.
That's my family name.
Yeah, and you hate your real name, don't you? Charlton.
Shut up.
I know all about you, little brother. And if you don't want her to find out, you better do what I say.
Her?
That babe that just left. Ring her up and ask her to go on a mission of mercy.
Mission of mercy?
Tell her you ran out of milk and you can't leave the house.
What do you want with her?
Just the squishy bits.
You're perverted and disgusting.
I'm lonely.
Oh, no, don't do that.
I've never seen a woman before. Can't you do this one thing for me?
But if she sees you, she'll be disgusted.
Am I disgusting?
Well, I mean, I don't think you're disgusting, but you really shouldn't be sticking out of my stomach, and how am I supposed to explain that?
Put a few bandages back on, just enough to let me peep.
And then?
Then a bit of seduction.
We're just friends.
Oh, she's hot for you, little brother. And you want her too.
Okay, I'll ring her.
Don't worry. I'll help you with the seduction.
And what would you know?
Oh, I know enough.
Chrissy, hi. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I've just realised I'm out of milk. You could not... Oh, thanks. I owe you one.
And you'll give her one when she gets here.
Shh!
Hey.
Hi. I come bearing gifts.
Come in. Again, thanks for the milk.
Do you need anything else?
Well...
Do you really have a milk emergency, or were you just feeling lonely?
You got me.
Thought so.
So, tea? Glass of milk?
No, I'm fine.
Offer her some food.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Sorry.
She can't hear. Only you can hear, little brother. Just do what I say, and we'll soon be tasting sweet, sweet honey.
Do you want a snack?
Well, yeah, actually, I'm a bit hungry.
Well, come in, I'll make you a sandwich.
You shouldn't be exerting yourself.
Tell her she's worth it.
You're worth it.
Oh, you're sweet.
Oh dear, bad sign.
Feces! What have you got all your tools here for?
I'll move them, I promise. Cheese or tuna?
Tuna, please.
Slip her some of your painkillers. Shut up! Shut up! She'll hear you.
Better?
How are you doing that?
We don't just share a body. I share your mind. We can talk like this.
Get out of my head.
Your head.
Get out or I'll...
What? You'll do what, brother?
I'll punch you in the face.
Hurt me and you only hurt yourself.
Oh, yeah?
That hurt. You need to calm down. Take some pills yourself.
Why don't you...
Everything okay?
Shut your big fat hole.
What?
Shh, not you. I wasn't... You know when you have these imaginary conversations?
No?
Oh, well, I do. I find myself having whole conversations in my head, and then sometimes I'll blurt bits out like, shut your big fat hole. And then people hear and they think I was talking about them, and...
And you're not worried they might think you're mentally ill?
Well, it's a bit strange, I know. Sorry, sandwich.
Okay.
And I seem to have made you some tea as well.
What are the bits floating in it?
Oh, just something so she relax and get naked.
What? God, no, don't drink that.
What are you doing?
I think I was too busy talking to myself, and I used the old milk. I'll make another.
Where's my sugar? I've come to buy sugar.
Just sit down and I'll...
You're scaring me.
What, me? You know me. I'm wacky.
Thought I knew you.
No, Jiggy Jiggy. You're crashing and burning. Hit her with a frying pan.
No!
Go on.
I won't do that.
Is this another of those conversations?
I need to show you something.
Okay.
I need to loosen my clothes.
I'm leaving now.
No, it's nothing dirty like that. I've got a little man down here.
I felt sorry for you.
See what you did? Now we've got to go looking for more.
More what? I thought you just wanted a peep show.
No, not really. I need something else. Call them donors.
Donors? You can't be serious.
It's the only way you're going to get rid of me. I need donors. Ripe, young, firm, sick. I can hurt you. Do what I say or...
Hurt me how? No. What are you doing with my arm?
I can control your whole body.
No!
Do what I say or it's the crown jewels.
I refuse. I hate you.
Need another demonstration? How about I grab the tweezers and start removing hair?
No, please. Not the eyebrows.
Okay then. It's time to begin.
I won't hurt anyone.
Shame. The donor would be fresh. But there is another way. Still got that lab coat?
How did you know about...
I know everything. I know where you keep your secret magazines.
I just look at the pictures.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with crochet.
But how about when you get really lonely and grab the olive oil from the kitchen?
All right, enough. I'll find the coat.
Good. It's time to go to work.
I hate hospitals. Now.
Doing fine, little brother.
This is never going to work. We don't have ID.
Just look tired and depressed, like you work here.
That's not going to be difficult.
Left. Left.
What?
Lift. We're going down.
Where?
Basement. All the goodies are down there.
That's the morgue.
And the medical waste.
Doors opening. Doors closing. Lift going down.
At last.
This is freaky. What are we doing in a place full of bodies?
Donors.
But this is wrong. What if... Damn!
Pull yourself together.
I'm leaving now.
But I need you.
Find someone else to do your dirty work.
Grab that scalpel.
No.
You're my bitch. You do what I want.
No, stop it. Give me back my arm.
I said scalpel.
I'm picking it up.
No, I'm picking it up. And now I'm... Any more trouble and I aim between the legs.
You're insane.
Let me out. I need to see. Better. Open that drawer. Now the sheet. Oh yes. Very nice.
What now?
Make her feel warm again.
How?
How do you think?
Oh my God. It's a corpse.
Beggars can't be choosers, little brother.
You can't make me.
Where did I put that scalpel? Oh yeah. In your left testicle.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I thought I was supposed to...
That's sick. You need help, brother. I just wanted you to wheel her to the incinerator and warm her up.
But...
What kind of pervert do you think I am? Move her closer. Closer. I want her nice and warm.
How warm?
Toasty.
Then what?
Then I get to eat some pussy.
I knew you were sick.
Oh yeah, Captain Necrophilia.
Oh, the smell. Oh.
Move me closer. Closer.
What the smell?
Smells good.
Oh, God, no. You ate all of her?
Tasted like chicken.
How did you... Where did you?
Your stomach.
What? Oh, no. I think I'm gonna be...
No, you don't. That's my job.
Oh, Jesus.
She was better going down.
What have you done? You've made me into a cannibal.
More.
No.
I need to feed.
Let me out of here.
Slow down, little brother.
Look, stay out of my head and my stomach. Stay away from my crotch.
Why so difficult?
Look, there's a policeman. I'm going to...
He'll think you're crazy.
I don't care. Officer, you have to help me. My abdomen is talking to me.
Sorry, sir.
Well, it's not my abdomen, it's my conjoined twin, fetus. Oh, look, it doesn't matter. He makes me do things.
Hold on, sir. Sierra Oscar Bravo to control.
There you see? Believe me.
Go ahead.
You're in trouble now.
Requesting ambulance to Meadowbrook Psychiatric.
Roger that.
Oh dear.
No, officer, please, I was just... Oh, so sorry, officer. It was a bet. I shouldn't have done it. I'll be on my way.
Sierra Oscar Bravo to control.
Go ahead.
Cancel ambulance to Meadowbrook.
Roger that.
Sir, I've cancelled the ambulance, but if I catch you wasting police time again, you'll probably be needing it.
I've learned my lesson. It won't happen again. Many apologies.
Move along now, sir.
Give me back my speech, you cunt!
Not if you're going to be a potty mouth.
Get out of my head.
Just do what I say.
More dead bodies.
Maybe. What's that smell? Ah, roadkill. Fresh badger.
Oh, fresh. Oh. It's got tire marks and everything.
Take me closer. Closer. Lift your shirt.
Oh, still a dead badger. And it's covered in flies.
More protein.
No. Got it. Will this nightmare never end? Oh, no more. No more.
But I want something sweeter.
Sweeter? Like what?
Ah, yes.
You wouldn't.
So sweet.
I won't let you do it. Not children.
Children? Children? What do you take me for? I was looking at the lollipop lady.
She'll never abandon her post. They're like palace guards.
Then we wait. I'm sure you can talk her out of that nice uniform.
I didn't. I wasn't sure you'd...
Well, there's a lot you don't know about me. Like a woman in uniform, do ya?
Out of uniform is even better.
Out of uniform is even better.
Cheek, yeah?
Sorry the place is such a mess. I need to do some washing.
You're a dirty boy, are ya?
Drink?
Oh, a hot, strong cup of tea, please. I love it hot and strong.
One tea coming up.
Did you get the sleeping tablets?
You know I did. You made me buy them. Now this has gone far enough.
Oh, did I hear the kettle?
No, let go of my arm.
You'd better pour some water.
No, not the hand. Not the hand.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just chop my finger, that's all.
Well, hurry up, love.
Be there in a minute. Hurting me is just hurting yourself.
But I can take it. Now stir in the pills and get back in there.
What if she starts getting, before they kick in?
Then just enjoy the ride.
Oh, God. I brought you... Oh.
Perfect.
What do you think?
Didn't you have clothes before?
Who needs clothes? I want to show you what I can do with my lollipop.
The tea. Drink the tea, please God. It'll relax you.
I'm feeling very relaxed.
Then I need to relax more.
Hey, slow down. That's for her.
I don't want you relaxed.
Now.
Now, let's see if I can tense you up a bit.
Not the crotch.
Ooh, there's not a lot going on, is there?
The tea.
The tea, yes. Drink the tea. It makes me really horny. Watching women drinking.
Oh, kinky. How was that, baby?
Oh, it was great. Fantastic tea action.
Now, I think you need to do something for... Oh, what was that? Oh, I feel so...
She's ours now. Open the shirt and move me closer.
How many more?
Last one, I promise.
Last one.
Tasted like
Chicken?
turkey twizzlers.
Hang on. You haven't been sick?
No, I didn't think she'd go down so easily.
She tried.
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel the change.
Change?
You got all the breaks, didn't you? I nearly died when we were in the womb. You tried to kill me.
Of course I didn't.
All those lovely nutrients went to you. You wouldn't share. Now the tables are turning. Who's the weird freak now?
Well, you.
Not for long, little brother.
What are you trying to do to me?
I'm taking over. Been building myself up big and strong.
But you can't. What's happening? I'm melting.
I'm going to enjoy this.
I did everything you wanted.
Yes, you did. And now your ass is mine. And your arms and legs
What have you done? You're me, and you.
And we are all together. Goo-goo-ka-choo.
I won't let you get away with this.
Be quiet, little brother.
I won't. I'll scream at the top of my...
Put a suck in it.
I wonder who that could be. Chrissy, hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry about the other day. I was completely out of it. They gave me these painkillers and... I'm coming.
Okay.
You look lovely.
Thanks. How's the...
Oh, the little lump is fine today.
Help me.
Ow!
What was that?
It was just my stomach rumbling.
Sounded like a cry for help.
Gas.
Don't listen to him. You're in danger.
I definitely heard something then.
No, it was my... Okay, I'm sorry. I've been lying to you.
About what?
He's been making me do things. I can't control it.
Have you been on the tablets again?
No, look, I'll show you. This is what I've been hiding.
Chrissy, it's me.
Don't listen, he's a foul pervert. He makes me do things.
That's a lie. He makes me do things.
It was the lump they found. This is it, my conjoined twin. He should be dead, but somehow...
He's lying, Chrissy. You've got it the wrong way round.
You have to help me.
I'm Charlton Lung, not him.
He's a diseased leprechaun of lies.
I can't take all this in.
He made me eat 2 women and a badger. He's sick.
You see? You see what filth comes out of his mouth? He wanted me to do it with a dead woman.
You evil little... Lung, you've got to go back to the hospital.
No hospitals. They sent me away because of him.
You need to get rid of him.
I'm Lung.
Shut up, you.
Please stop him talking. My toolbox.
What? Oh, yeah. There's some tape.
What are you doing?
It'll take more than tape to shut him up.
Then... What about this hammer?
You can't be serious.
Here goes nothing.
Again. Again.
Not again. He's too strong.
You need to operate.
What? No. I'm not a... I mean, I'm just studying.
You can do this.
I don't think I...
Jesus Christ, help me. Chrissy, it's me, Lung.
I think...
Can't you just look into my eyes and tell?
I think it's time for surgery.
No.
Dr. Edwards, choke on this.
My God, it's over.
But I loved you.
Pervert. Oh, that shoe's ruined.
It's finally over.
I don't understand. Lung, what the hell just happened? How did this... When did this all start?
Seems like a lifetime ago. It was just after my 22nd birthday that I began persuading myself to have the surgery. It's a decision I'll never forget.
Never has there been a tale of such brotherly love since Cain first poleaxed Abel. It got me thinking. All this time and money spent on researching the separation of these, beautiful people is going the wrong way. We should be looking at conjoining twins, at stitching triplets together, at bodging a gaggle of sectuplets as one with a nail gun and a blowtorch. In fact, we should conjoin everyone on this planet together in a seething mass of amorphous man-flesh. That would bring peace to the world. The right hand wouldn't fight the left. People in Africa wouldn't starve if they shared a stomach lining with the competitors in a Bavarian sausage-eating contest. Malpracteeece says, a conjoined world is a happy world. Well, we've now come to the end of our tales, and it is time to stitch you up in more ways than one. Perhaps you are now wondering what horrors await you in the waking world. Maybe the orderlies have treated you as a all-they-can-eat buffet. Perhaps you could now be the proud owner of a pair of hamster-like hands. Or you could awake to find yourself face to face with your newly adopted conjoined twin. He's called Melvin. Whatever the case, if you think you have experienced horror now, just wait till you see yourself in the morning. Clean the patient up, girls.
We love you, Malpracteeece.
And remember, whenever you hear tales of horrific surgery gone wrong, you will find Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeeece.
In Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeece's theatre of horror, Richard Delafield played Mal Practeeeece.
Oh, yes.
Julie Nicholson played Nurse Anaesthetic, and Rachel Clark played Nurse Chlamydia. Dave and Jeff versus the maniacal Cannibal Orderlies on the missing floor was written by Stephen Michael Lowe and directed by Iain Mackness. With Mike Clark as Dave, Ian Curley as Jeff, Martin Drew as Jerry, Richard Delafield as Guy, Simon Bestwick as Jason and the Orderlies, and Dave Lawrence as Kevin. Hood Rat Section was written by Simon Bestwick and directed by Richard Delafield, with James Foster as Mr Ponsenby and Andrew Conroy as Wayne. My Two Lung Section was written by Iain Mackness and directed by Simon Bestwick, with Steve Harrison as Lung and Barker, Bronwyn Egdon as Chrissy, Tricia Ashworth as Marge the Lollipop Lady, Ruth Mackness as the NHS Direct Woman, Donna Metcalf as Control, and Dave Lawrence as the Doctor and the Policeman. Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeece's theatre of horror was conceived by Richard Delafield and produced by Iain Mackness. The production assistants were Julie Nicholson and Donna Metcalf. Chief Surgeon Mal Practeeece was a Dark Smile production.
Clear!